Welcome back to Monster Talks USA. I'm your host, Eric Monster Williams, out of St. Louis, Missouri. And this is episode 6 of Monster Talks USA. I'm actually shooting episode 5 and episode 6 back to back because I have a lot of information to cover, but I want to keep the videos short and simple just in case you may be at work or trying to watch this information from your cell phone. So let's dive right in and keep this again short, sweet, and to the point. We're still focusing here on the situation of the Michael Brown death, as well as the Trayvon Martin death, because the conditions and situations are quite similar. But what I want to focus on right now is the method or tactics that we choose to use if and when we decide to protest. First and foremost, the one thing that I would like to see changed immediately is we need to have a unified look. We need to look as if we are moving on the same accord, and it will send a stronger message. Again, if you were to see a football or baseball team and everybody was dressed separately, you would think it was a ragtag operation. So many look at us and they see us all dressed differently, some in tank tops and whatever we may have on. Not to judge. Again, the effort was completely amazing. But moving forward, we have to become bigger and stronger in what we do so that the world watches and learns from us on how to get justice. So what I would like to basically present is a uniform. That uniform could essentially be khakis and a white shirt. It could be a t-shirt, a button-up shirt, a polo style shirt, a white thermal. Again, the weather conditions can change, so the type of shirt that you wear can change. But no name brand stuff, nothing fancy. We're not trying to show off. We are trying to save lives and get justice in our fair slice of this pie. So again, moving forward, when we come together to stand on issues, let's come in our uniforms because we're ready to work. And in putting in work, we'll have on our khakis, we'll have on our white shirt, because we mean business. It's not a fashion show. We're not there to play games, which is one thing that I will say. Some of our younger kids got a little distracted with the large crowds, and that can happen. But moving forward, this is about business. It's about saving your life. So when we're out there, you don't want to overconsume in alcoholic beverages or smoking weed or getting too high or whatever you might do. I'm not judging you. My point is to come out there and to be focused, because on that front line, it could essentially cost you your life by making the wrong move, and you can cost other people their lives by making the wrong move. Again, we want to be focused, we want to be disciplined, because this is a very serious matter. So again, we now have a uniform, so let's move forward. The other thing, the things that we chant and we say, excuse my profanity, but we no longer want to say fuck the police. If we work, we pay taxes, our grandparents paid taxes. Essentially, every vehicle, every gun, every bullet, every bulletproof vest, every uniform has been paid for by our tax dollars. So why would I say fuck something that I'm personally paying for? And again, excuse my profanity, but we have to keep it real. So moving forward, we have to change our own mentality. We are no longer against our employees. We are funding this police department. We're funding every police department. So what we need to say is, if you feel that angry, is the name of the individual. So the names can vary, to the situation. I don't even think it's necessary. But if you're that angry, which is very well possible, say their name and not the police, because what you essentially do is allow racist terrorists to hide behind a large, vague name, the police. And again, this is not 1910. We're not fresh out of the cotton fields. We have several excellent black officers. We have some bad black officers, but we have some excellent black officers in local positions, state level. We have an excellent black state trooper that's even came out and marched with us. So the brother's trying, you know. We don't want to put his back against the wall. So we don't want to burn bridges. You have to have allies in any war. Even America, as big as we are, as many weapons we have, money we've had, we have allies in battles we fought. So keep that in mind. So we have a uniform, and now we are changing our mentality. It's not fuck the police. These are our employees. They work for us. We have to act like bosses. We're partially to blame. So, excuse me. So you start to visit your local police department. You take your young black child down there, and you meet the watch commander for the day shift. You meet the watch commander for the night shift. You meet the captain. You meet the chief. You meet your local alderman. And you make sure that your young black children have the phone numbers for these individuals in their cell phones. And you have these numbers as well. Because we need to be able to reach out to the proper parties when we have hostile or tense situations take place. We need to be able to ask our human resources department and get answers for our employees. Again, we're changing the mindset here of everyone. We're putting everything back in its proper perspective. So again, no longer fuck the police. These are our employees. They work for us. We will weed out the racist terrorists who have been hiding and working as police. Again, whether it's a domestic terrorist or a terrorist across seas, it's the same thing. You're basically terrorizing the peace of the United States. So no longer will you be allowed to hide behind the name police. We will call you out by name, and we will demand justice for any illegal action, that including shooting unarmed black children. Again, there's due process. There's a system of checks and balances. Again, you will no longer be judge and jury. You will no longer work as police. Now, moving to the next thing, I urge our internal affairs or internal investigation to look at the Facebook pages of all the police officers for the past 90 days, 60 days, however long it's been since the Michael Brown situation. And if you see any signs of blatant racism, we definitely need to ask immediately for the termination of these officers. You cannot operate as an officer of the law and express racist views.